Hey, big guy. Remember back at Texas A&M when I used to call you big guy? That was fun. All part of my strategy to get on your good side, Jay. Oh, you want me to read this? Okay. This is W. Bush. And the only thing better than painting dog pictures is listening to Jay Thomas. Yeah, I just had to put the dog picture thing in there, didn't you?
I did, W. I did.
And now, from a secret location outside of Hooker, Oklahoma, nestled in our DEFCON 1 priority bunker, safely ensconced hundreds of feet below the fruited plains where America grows her amber waves. Articulating profundities with humor and perspicacity seldom heard between these purple mountains' majesty. It's the Jay Thomas Show, with your humble host, Jay Thomas.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you very much. And well, it is Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Friday. Woo, doggy. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Friday, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to be talking about the presidential powers and blowing the cartels out of the water. That's what we're going to be doing on today. Thank you. It's again, thank you for what? As you may or may not know, the past couple weeks, past 3 weeks or so, since before Thanksgiving, I've gone through 3 oral operations, basically, and 2 eye operations. So I'm falling apart. Yeah, I know. And I would like to thank Cece for coming in, our producer. Thank you, Cece. And she brought me where is it here? A Dutch Brothers. Yeah, Dutch Brothers Annihilator with 0 sugar. And that's what is that? Chocolate and macadamia nut? It is really good. I was having a nice cup of coffee, a nice, the Stocky Mill Defac coffee. It was really good. It's delicious. But you brought me this, and thank you. Thank you very much. What? Yeah, I put in this to keep it warm. So, I know it's Friday. Thank you. It said that. I know. What? She. All right. She calls this shirt. Cece calls my shirt. Safe Light. My Safe Light shirt. I love this shirt. It's cold. It is cold here. That's why I got 2 shirts on. I love this. This is great. Is it a Safe Light? Yeah, I've seen the commercials. Yeah. All right. So this is my Safe Light shirt. Fine. Mean woman. No. All right. Okay. I'm warning you people right now that I'm probably gonna swear. So if you have the children in the room, either put on your was it the earbuds, or shoo the children out of the room. And we're going to be doing something that's that I'm going to call it Cartel Gate. Basically, it's the latest Democrat rat hoax. And we want to let's be clear up front. The president, and not just Trump, the president has the power through both Constitution and legal authority written by Congress to blow these boats out of the water. And anybody that tells you differently is a liar. He has the authority to blow them out of the water, with people on them, with no people on them. It doesn't matter. He has the authority and to do it with no warning whatsoever. And anybody that tells you anything different is bullshit. They're lying to you. And they may not like what Trump is doing, and they may cry and they may whine, but there's nothing they can do about it. And every order that has been given by the president or Pete Hegseth, who's the head of the War Department, every order that's been given has been legal and in good character. And I'm going to tell you something. Here's another aspect about the illegal versus illegal orders. All orders are presumed lawful, and the burden of proving them illegal falls on the service member. And that service member better establish that the order is manifestly unlawful. And that, my friends, is a high bar. And you better be sure that that this is an unlawful order before you challenge it. You better be sure you're right. One admiral, Alvin, was it? Yes, here it is.
Alvin.
The Christmas music from the Chipmunks. Alvin Hosley. Or Hosley. Holsey. Alvin better be right, or they better take him up on charges, and they better take his pension away, and they better fire him. They better make an example out of this guy, because every order that they've given has been legal. And so you ask me, you say, "Hey, Jay Thomas, can you tell me where the president gets this authority to blow these cartel boats out of the water? Can you tell me?" Why, yes, I can. Number one, it's in the Constitution. It's the Commander-in-Chief Clause, Article 2, Section 2. And Trump and every other president has the powers of foreign policy and law enforcement. And this is part of Trump's foreign policy. He has declared Venezuela a danger, a dangerous country, and he's declared the narco-traffickers in Venezuela as terrorists. And don't tell me there aren't narco-traffickers in Venezuela. They're everywhere down there. And this is part of his foreign policy, and he also has the policy of enforcing the law. And he enforces the law through the Navy and the Coast Guard. And this law of the sea, he has that right. So he has it both constitutionally and legislatively. And so as liberals love to say, full stop. There's no getting around it. He has his powers. You want to hear the laws that they've written for the president for these powers and he's signed? Okay, Public Law 107-40. In other words, also known as the AUMF. It's sort of like the FAFO. That happened after, that was signed after 9/11. Then there's the National Emergency Act, the NEA. Then there's the IEEPA, the International Emergency Powers, Economic Powers Act. Yeah, even through that act, he has the powers to do this. And then there's another act that they have, is a Foreign Narcotics Kingpin Designation Act, where the president designates who a narcotics kingpin is, then he can go after him. And also they have what's generally known as the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution. And it, the aftermath of that. The president can send troops in for, I guess, 60 days. Then Congress can take away the money or defund the troops. They haven't. They never have. They've never defunded anybody. Look what Obama did. So, Trump isn't attacking Venezuela per se. He's not using land forces. He's interdicting on international waters, and he can do that. We just went over it. He has the power. So anybody telling you that he doesn't is a lying bag of shit. I'm sorry. I don't like I said, I don't want to swear, but this is just pisses you off. And so, furthermore, you say, hey, Jay Thomas, no other president has blown up drug boats. No other president has killed drug smugglers by using Navy assets, or in the high seas, or in the air. They've never done that. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care because I don't care what other failed presidents have done on this war on drugs. And believe me, we've killed a lot of people during the war on drugs. Ask Escobar's son. So don't give me this crap. They shot Escobar twice. He was wounded. Then they took him out. They triple tapped him. Oh my God. So I just don't care. I don't care, and President Trump doesn't care, and he doesn't have to care, and nobody has to care because it's a different day, and he's using different methods. And these methods aren't unconstitutional, and they're not illegal. And they're probably going to work a lot better than the other shitty methods that we've been using for the past 5 decades. 5 fucking decades of dealing with these people like it's a legal problem. It's a law problem. It's a law enforcement problem. That hasn't worked. So now he's saying, well, we're going to go after him this way. You can stop doing this, or we're just going to send our military after you. And he has that right. And so you heard it, that right. It doesn't matter what past presidents have done. This president is doing something different. And he's doing something different that seems to be working. And it's not illegal. And there are no illegal orders given. Just because these sedacious six tried to start a color revolution, isn't it weird that they spoke about something being illegal, and then all of a sudden the Washington Post, they come up with a story about something being quote unquote some illegal orders? Don't you find that a bit strange? Don't you find that a bit odd? Don't you think that's a little weird? I do. I think they should look into that. And the first person they should arrest and drag out of her office is that sleazy CIA officer or ex-officer, Lisa Slotkin. Now she's a shitty Democrat politician, a senator. What she's doing is a color revolution. They've done that. The CIA has done that around the world. They're not supposed to be operating here. That's against the law. That's illegal. And she knows it. All of a sudden, one part of the color revolution is that they name some nebulous thing that's illegal. That's against some kind of international law. And then all of a sudden, they get the media to drop a story that something's illegal is going on here. That's, kind of bullshit is that? That's exactly what happened. You know what? And there's another aggravatingly nonsensical phrase that these assholes are using. The shitty Democrats are using this thing called double tap. That is a bullshit phrase if I've ever heard one. They didn't double tap these guys. They sunk the boat. That's what they were charged to do, sink the boat. And it's not my problem if they're too stupid to understand that we don't like their boat. I'm sorry. Here, I'll for the narco terrorists. We hate your boat. We're going after your boat. It's like in the movie The Jerk. Okay? Where they were shooting at Steve Martin. Remember that? They're shooting at Steve Martin. He says, he hates these cans. Stay away from the cans.
He hates these cans! Stay away from the cans!
Yeah, that's it. Stay away from the boat. We hate your boats. You can swim back to shore. So the double tap is bullshit. We're not killing you. You can swim back. We're not killing the terrorists because they've been injured. That's garbage. That's bullcrap. Everything they say is bullshit. We hate their boat. Leave the boat. Don't jump back on the boat. There are some people, who they tried this impeachment. They did this before. They did all this crap before. All the lying, all the garbage, all the saying, "Oh, double tap this," and legal orders that. All this garbage before. They did this before in this first term, and they're going to do it again. And you can't let them get away with it. If no one goes to jail and they let them get away with this bullshit, and we get another stupid Democrat in the White House, let's say Gavin, don't say it can't happen. Let's say Gavin gets in the White House. Well, the drugs will start flooding back in the country. The illegals will start flooding back in the country. So I don't understand what people think when they're not voting during the midterm elections. You have this midterm elections, and the Republicans always like say, "Well, I voted once. He's not doing anything." Yeah, that's because he doesn't have a vast majority of Congress. Go and vote. It's 20 minutes out of 2 years. 20 minutes with you stupid people. So if you think that not voting in the midterm elections won't affect anything, it will. And here's what happens. Here's what has to happen to stop this bullshit. The president, the vice president, the head of DOJ, what? Yeah, Pam, what? When? All right, I'll get to that. But the head of the DOJ and Homeland Security, everybody, this is a all hands on deck. They got to go nuclear on the Democrats that are doing this. They got to drag Mark Kelly out of the Senate, put him in a uniform, march him up in front of a general or an admiral, ask him what he's doing, then bring him up on charges of UCMJ. They have to go postal on these assholes. If you don't know what going postal means, look it up. It's something in the 80s. Now, what? No. CC is asking the question that why would they focus on Mark? Okay, on Mark Kelly only. Mark Kelly, apparently there's a clause in Mark Kelly's contract because he retired from the Navy. They can call him back up to, I think, 70 years old or something. Something ridiculous. But they can recall him to active duty and then put him through hell, and that's what they should be doing. That's right. Yeah. I'll watch that later. We're gonna have some more on this. I guess there's some stuff coming out. But this nonsense has to stop. This bullshit has to stop. And if it's not stopped by if the Trump administration doesn't stop it, doesn't go after these people right now, then they're going to have a repeat of that Vidman. That's another thing. That fat bastard Vidman, he needs to be brought back into the military and charged with sedition. These people are what they're doing is traitorous and seditious. And they need to be charged as such. And if you don't do it, you're going to have these shitty politicians doing this to you again. The shitty politicians aren't prosecuting the Somalis that ripped you off for $1 billion. The shitty politicians haven't stopped the shitty cartels for 5 decades. The shitty politicians have made our cities unlivable because they want these shitty drugs for their shitty voting bloc. They're all shitty people. And this country wasn't designed to be run correctly by shitty people. It hasn't. It's not. And that's what you have. If you don't understand how shitty these people are, then you deserve what you're going to get. Because what you're going to get is lawlessness. You're going to get murderers released. You're going to get more crime in your streets. And you're going to go, well, Trump didn't do anything about it. No, because you didn't vote. You didn't care enough to say, I am sick and tired of the Somalis ripping me off. I'm sick and tired of the Democrats ripping me off. I'm sick and tired of our cities being unworkable. I'm sick and tired of the cities, the politicians in the cities stealing my money. And we'll have an update on that for the Tulsa City Councilor, this woman who just got $250,000 tax-free for nothing. She's going to use that for some bullshit thing that she's doing. So we're going to do that later on. And you're going to have the same crap from the same crappy politicians. And you're going to blame them. Well, oh, Trump didn't do anything about inflation in the first 8 months. And inflation is down. Who do you think is responsible for you paying 30% more from 4 years ago? That was the asshole Biden. But you know what? Yeah, blame Trump, dumbass. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that your daughter's on drugs. I don't want to hear it if you don't vote. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear you complain about it. You chose this path. And as for that's like, I got this stupid libertarian. His handle on X is X Amendment, 10th Amendment. Thinks it's cute. He's asking me, where's the president get the authority to do this? Well, from the Constitution. And then he's so stupid. He goes back. He goes, he's bringing John Adams. Brings John Adams up. He thinks he's smart. He goes, John Adams protected the redcoats, and he made them go to they just didn't shoot him. They dragged the redcoats, and they had a court case. Well, what the hell does that have to do with anything? It has nothing to do with anything. So if you are stupid enough to believe these people, you're going to get hurt. You are going to get hurt, I'm telling you. If you want this stuff to stop, you have to stop Democrats, because Democrats are turning this country into shit, and they don't care. They will rule over the shit, because they'll rule over you. So, look, that's my rant about this right now. I have other things that are upcoming, right? CC, you going to be here? Okay, we're going to do another thing on Oklahoma, but I wanted to get this out there because of this crap that's on TV. It's just pissing me off. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you if you don't vote. I don't know what to tell you if you blame Trump for the stuff that's happening 50 years. For 50 years. It's not his fault. He's trying to stop it. And if you're too stupid to understand that, well then you're too stupid to breathe, I guess. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back later. We're gonna do some things on Tulsa's great councilwoman, Vanessa Hall Harper. And I think we got some goods on her. She needs to pay for this. So, getting $250,000 tax free for doing nothing. That's what she did. And it's your money. So there you go. We'll be back later on. Bye bye.